Good morning, Facebook Live. I am Matt Meisenbach at MCOR Automotive here in Lutz, Florida. Today is September 22nd, 2016. We've got some very cool things going on out in the shop. I figured I'd take a quick swing around here in the middle of the week and let you guys see some of the cool stuff we're working on. And some of the stuff on our wall you can see behind me that we've gotten over the years. We're going to start out in the hallway. Some of the teams that we've sponsored over the years, all that good stuff. Some our certificates. Anyway, quick slow start. Figure I'd do something different coming from the hallway here. Let's go out and see what we got to look at and ask any questions that you have. I'm going to show you some very cool stuff on this Facebook Live and some new things, and let us know what you think about it, and if you want to see other things or if you want me to look at something a little more in depth while we're live, I can do that for you also. Let's take a walk out here. So first of all, I'm going to flip the camera around. We got the Astro van, our MCOR van, put back together for the most part. Completely rhino line, top to bottom. And looks way different. This van originally started out as white, and it was wrapped for about the last, I don't know, 5 years or so. The wrap got worn out. We were going to re-wrap it, but we decided to actually turn it into our rhino-specific vehicle. We thought that would be a cool look. We're going to letter up the windows. Everything's been done on it completely. Whole roof line. It's totally rhino line in and out. So you'll see this when you're coming past the corner here at 54 and 41. When you come on into the shop, take a look. It's one of those things, everybody that looks at them has to run their hand across them. Rhinos weird like that. You want to put your hand on it and feel the texture, which is cool. And this will be out in the parking lot for the most part. You may see it at one of your car dealerships where we've dropped it off and picked up a vehicle to work on or something like that. Very neat. So something we want to do for a long time. We finally got around to it. Been very busy, but made it happen here recently. So let's work our way around here, and I've got some cool stuff out here today. I'm going to start over here in the upholstery department. We'll flip this around. So I've got a H2 here that we have stripped the interior out of. These are good trucks. And it's getting a two-tone leather setup inside. A little light in here for you. Pretty neat look. It's black with the gray contrast stitch and gray inserts on it. Kind of catches the highlights of the original interior of this vehicle. So this truck did come from the factory with leather, as did I think most all H2s, but it was black leather and it was kind of worn out. So we're putting a Katzkin kit on this one, and you can see here one of the seats is partway done. This cover over here. This is looks like the second row is stripped apart here. And we're getting ready to put the cover on it now. So that's pretty neat. Two-tone leather conversions. You know, our leather conversions for 2 rows started only $9.99. Our single tone is $9.99, and then you step up into two-tone. All this will get heated, like we always tell you when we first put it on. You'll see some of the wrinkles and stuff. But leather does shrink over the first 30 to 60 days, and it conforms. And it'll look really nice when it's all said and done. We'll walk over here to upholstery real quick. Judy and Mike's department, see what they've got going on here. Hang on. Looks like we got some old jet ski seats here that are typical, kind of just roached out, ragged out, needing to be replaced, recovered. So rather than buy new covers, we're going to go ahead and take care of these and recover them for them. Over here we've got this, if you guys remember from the last Facebook Live, this beautiful restored MasterCraft Prostar 190. Good old ski boat. Judy's working on it now. Hey Judy, I got Facebook Live here. Why don't you tell them what you're working on this one?
This piece here is the back seat for the MasterCraft, and just getting it all buckled down and tightened up where it'll look nice again.
Okay, so we got, looks like 3 different tones here. We got like a light gray, a yellow, a darker gray, and a black, huh?
Yes, we're going back original. It's the original owners, and they wanted to keep the boat original.
Beautiful. All right, that's good. I'm going to show a couple other pieces. Thank you. I'll get out of your way. Over here we've got the engine cover has been completed on it. Hasn't seen any sun or heat yet, but it looks beautiful even right now the way it sits, and when it gets a little heat and sun on it, it'll stretch up nice and tight. And Judy's completed that already. We've got the other pieces back here that we're working on. They're finished, going to be bolted in the boat here soon, it looks like. You can see we've changed up and it's got the 3-tone. Most of it's original. It's coming out really nice. Got the piping around the edges. You can see how clean that looks. When it gets bolted in, it's going to look really good. And I'm going to work my way. Here's a couple other seats I'll show you here real quick. A couple other pieces that we're working on. Been redone. Captain's seat. Looks like it's partly put together here. Looks really good. I'll work my way out of this department. Come over here to Tint real quick and see what they've got going on. Looks like we've got a Hyundai here that's getting tinted by Casey. And what film is this one getting?
This is getting FX15 on the rear right now.
So 3M FX nationwide lifetime warranty film. You're shrinking the back window on the outside. The film does not go on the outside like we talked about before, but it does get shrunk on the outside. So this is how they get the wrinkles out. Film starts out flat. It comes off the roll flat, and then we shrink and heat form it to the back window, as you can see, and they get most all of the bumps and everything out of it. All right, looks good. Thank you. It's all computer cut here. And you can see that he's got this window laid up already. It's done, looks beautiful, flawless. This window is also complete. Computer cut and done. Go over here to Angel. Looks like working on a BMW here, Angel.
That's correct. We're working on a BMW 3 Series. We're working with a 1-year warranty film.
Okay.
The 3M MS series. That's an entry level on the 3M film.
Okay. So 3M has an entry-level film to catch that market that wants that 3M film, but may have like a lease car or something like that, or even an older car that's not worth putting the money into. They have this film called MS series. We don't sell a ton of it here, but it's a good film. It keeps you out of the super cheap films. Still got a great heat blockage. You can see the difference. That's a lighter front window. That's like your 30%, and then the back window is 20%. All computer cut. It hasn't been weeded out yet. Again, I've showed you before where this little line is. That'll all get weeded off the edge of this. This part up here will all come off of it, and it'll be beautiful and all set. Thank you, Angel. Work our way over to the electronics department here. Got some big trucks in here. Kind of a lot of big trucks in here today. So, got a beautiful Jeep being worked on here. Nice. Very common for what we do. Let me flip this around again. Some electronics. Looks like it's getting probably some stereo equipment. Come over here to Roddy and see what we've got. Roddy, what do you got going on today in this Jeep?
So guys, right now I'm doing the front component set.
Okay.
So kicker components, the rear speakers, and the overhead speaker pod. That's already done. You can't even tell it; they're in there. It all looks factory.
Okay.
Actually, if you go around the other side, you can see where the factory tweeter was. These kickers drop in nicely. It looks factory compared to what the factory is. That's the factory tweeter. And then if you look on the other side, the kicker.
Okay, cool. Good comparison. So there's a factory tweeter right there. Pod. You guys with Jeeps are familiar with that, and girls with Jeeps. And then that's what the kicker looks like once we put it in. So it's a direct fit right into the dashboard. You barely know that it's something different in there, but the sound output will be way different. Why don't we show them what's a factory speaker? I see you got them out here. We got a rear spot to look at it.
This is the factory speaker. And it's a nice little speaker. It's not nothing cheap, but obviously you don't get the sound as aftermarket.
Not the same quality as the kicker will be that's going into it. Okay, cool. We'll walk around here. So you're putting a hideaway in this one also, it looks like?
The hideaway is going underneath the passenger seat. I do pull it up and it does fit.
Okay.
So if you want to take a look at that, it's over
Yeah, we'll walk over and look at it. While I'm standing here, so Facebook people can can get a good look here. So this is a crossover that goes in with these component speakers that are going in the front. What that crossover does is it splits up the lower bass notes from the higher treble and splits them up so that this tweeter only gets the higher treble notes. And these are layman terms. I know that I know I could go very technical. I'm not doing that. But anyway, the tweeter get the very high notes, and then the woofer will only get the low notes, and that's what keeps it. They call them, you know, some people call them separates, components. There's a lot of different names for them, but this is the piece that actually does that on decent speakers. You get that nice little crossover there, tunable crossover. So let me come around here and show this Kicker Hideaway sub. We like these a lot. Come Christmas time, we tend to just sell dozens of these a week. These things go very good in late model vehicles. Let me tune the camera down here a little bit so you can see this Kicker Hideaway subwoofer. This is all in one. It's got the amplifier built in. The subwoofer is built into it, and it's all one little box that's going to fit underneath this seat. You won't even see it. And they sound really, really good. You can come into the store. We've usually got one install going. You can demo it. Great price line. You don't have to put big subs in the back, so these won't take up any room at all in the vehicle. When this particular vehicle is done, other than the little difference in the tweeter up there, you won't even see anything different. Let me tune up here, pan up. You can see the sound bar up top that Roddy was talking about. He's already pulled the factory speakers out of the sound bar, and he's installed the kickers already. So still looks factory, looks great. Good job, Roddy, thank you. And that's gonna be nice when it's finished. And we are keeping the factory radio on this one too, real quick, right? Yep, so all this gets integrated with a factory radio. We don't have to replace your factory radio. A lot of these factory radios are awesome, like we've talked about before. They've got a ton of gritters in them. They work really well. We couldn't always say that in the past. We used to sell a lot of radios. That was a big part of this industry. We still sell a lot of them. There are a lot of cars that come with cheap radios and the features aren't so great. But for the most part, factory radio's got a lot of great features in it. You know, why rip it out? Why waste the money on $800-900 radio when you can keep it and integrate all this other great stuff in with it? And you still have factory functionality, but all the great sound and some extra features that we can add to it. So let's come over here. It looks like, let's see, Wade is working on a H3. A red H3, so we got a Hummer H2 in here, we got a H3 in here, all we need is H1 to finish the party. So on this one, I believe you are pulling out a old failed remote start alarm system, different brand than what we sell here, and we are installing a Viper alarm, right, to replace it? Okay, perfect.
And right now I'm just tearing out the old one.
So he's
start over from scratch.
So we're going to completely cut out the old system. You know, we don't trust other people's wiring. We don't even trust wiring that's a few years old. We're going to start over every time. That's the right way to do these jobs and to make sure they're done correctly. And that way we know we're not going to have any problems because our wiring is what gets done. Pretty neat. I'm going to show you something here real quick that you don't get to see very often. So I'm going to give away your secrets, Wade. So this is a typical chart of what it takes to put this wiring and this alarm, and this is a basic alarm system going into a H3. So you can see it's pretty intricate. There's a lot of different door triggers on there, and tells us where to hit the horns and all the other stuff. You see all these notes that we have that go with it. There's a lot that goes into this. You know, it's not just slap it in, plug it in, and walk away from it. Alarm systems do take some work. Some are a little more plug and play, and some aren't. But all right, cool, good deal, thank you. So Wade's all set, and he's going to be putting the new alarm in now. The old one is out. It's returned to factory. It starts up, runs great. He's good to go. So let's walk over here to the ever exciting accessories department. One of my fun departments because we always got cool stuff going on in here. And let me flip the camera around. I always tell you guys we're real busy in this department. We're so busy in here that Aaron from Gas Monkey Garage has gone ahead and joined in, and you know, come on in here from Dallas, and they loaned him to us, and he's our celebrity help for the day. That's how busy we are. Just kidding. Actually, this is Dylan Sin. He's come to work with us. He's got a long history of working with accessories and lift kits and things like that. He's also a certified Rhino spray technician now too. And he's working on this particular one. He's the one that has jumped in on Sundays so that we can run our accessory department on Sundays also. Dylan, why don't you tell the, I know this is your first Facebook Live, tell the fans what you got going on here on this Canyon.
Doing a new Rhino on the Canyon we got over here. Right now I'm taping off the tailgate around our wire tape, giving it a nice roll over edge, make sure nothing catches it or anything like that whenever you're sliding your tools in and out or whatever you got going on back there. Okay. This will finish up with the back of the truck. Right over here you can kind of see just how we run the wire tape, keep a nice clean edge along the side.
So yeah, this is a good opportunity. You guys have normally seen it right when we're getting ready to spray. You don't get to see the prep work right before it. This is kind of cool. You want to see how we get those really fine, clean edges. And the way we do that is kind of an industry, little kind of a trade secret or what we actually do here. See this tape right here? There's a fine piece of filament wire embedded into this tape. And what this wire does, this steel piece of wire, they'll put tape over this, and then they'll add paper all the way around it, but that wire will be the leading edge when we spray. So when we do the spray, and then we pull this tape back out of here, that'll actually put that nice clean cut all the way around. And we typically roll our Rhino over the edges, and we do that so your edge of your toolbox or a boulder or a brick or something like that doesn't catch it and rip it. And you can see this one's already, if you look really close, you can see the fine line wire in between here. So they will spray, all this will be covered in black, everything will be top to bottom. They'll find the edge of this wire, will be one of the first things they do, and they'll pull that wire when it's finished, and it'll make that nice clean cut all the way around. And gives us kind of that razor edge cut. So he's prepping the tailgate right now. And on the tailgate you can see when we strip away the backing, this is two-sided, this fine line tape is two-sided, so now the paper will hit right up, it kind of sticks right to it if you look at that real close. And that's how we get those nice clean edges. Pretty cool. And I'm going to walk over here real quick and show, this is a Canyon. These trucks are hot. We work on a lot of the Canyons in Colorado's. We have a lot of accessories available for them. They're definitely starting to fill in our accessory department very quickly. I've got a cool little, this here is a undercover flex that's going to go on the back of this Canyon also. I've showed you all the demo in the shop before. Pretty neat. So this flex will go on flat, and you know we have that display in there for those of you who have been to the shop. And it's a tri-fold kind of a thing, so some are quad folds, it just depends on the way it's set up, but it's low profile, you don't see it. Full bed access, it'll go all the way up, even up to the window, and stand straight up with the shock system that it's got. Pretty cool thing. And we sell a lot of those. They're great for different applications that you need them for, where you can't lose part of your bed. So it's a nice alternative if you can't do a roll and lock and lose part of your bed. Some of the other things we've got going over here, you know, we do a lot of these undercover flexes. They're very popular for that reason, because you don't lose any of your bed. Take a look. Look, we got a big one going in here into something. Looks like we got a suspension kit going into something also, and wheels and tires. And then coming over here, another undercover flex should be going in the next day or two. And then Amp Research power step boards. I want to catch one of these during an install. A lot of questions about those Amp Research boards. They're really neat. We have an awesome demo in the showroom, and I've showed it to you a couple of times. But I want to show you what it actually looks like while it's being installed in a vehicle and how helpful they are. We have them on the shop truck. You can always demo them if you'd like. They're actually hooked to the alarm. So we hit the unlock button, and it drops the steps. We hit the lock button, it brings the steps back up. So it's pretty cool. You guys have any questions for me? Hit me up here. We're going to post this video up. And if you ever miss a Facebook Live, remember that we do post all of our videos back to YouTube also. So hit us up on YouTube, like the videos, give us a response on the videos, share the videos, subscribe. That way you'll know every time a Facebook Live gets dropped or any other video that we do. You'll be on our subscription list. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll see what we've got coming around. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow, or even later today once everything gets switched out for a new set of things. And hit us up. Again, give us feedback. Let us know. Are we doing a good job? Are we doing a bad job? You want to see more of it? Less of it? Are there certain areas you like to see? What's more interesting? And we'll go from there. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.